Good morning to you all. My name is Thomas Dufresne. I am the host of uh, different talk shows with different predominant people throughout the world. And I'm here to talk here today, this very fine morning. I am here with a dwarvish couple from Undermountain. They've came a long way, so I want to talk with them a little bit about their lives and the many adventures they've gone on throughout the years. So, without further ado, let me introduce Duramadin Ironmeter and his wife Fredis Akenskjovi.
Yes. Uh, my name is Dromedine Ironmeter. I am a dwarf upon the mountain for a long time now. I work predominantly as a blacksmith, and my uncle is Orm Eagle Eye, and Orm Eagle Eye, my uncle, he's the tavern keeper in Under Mountain. He runs the Under Mountain Tavern. That's where. And he's also a high priest. A high priest. Um, which means we dwarves. He's a room keeper, which means dwarves are generally not law masters. So we don't hold for all that sorcery and you know what mortal man should do, or maybe the elvish races perhaps. But But the rune keeping is in keeping with the dwarvish runes and the powers of our god Mahal, and the truth of our Eruvata. Anyway, so yes, in my youth, went on many quests. Uh, I remember there was rumors of a keep on the borderlands, uh, just to the west of here, a little ways. The mortal man, I believe, made this keep, and as a watchtower to watch over the land and keep things safe, as it were. But rumor had it there was a sorcerer. What was that sorcerer's name, dear? Oh, I forgot to introduce my wife. Uh, this is Freydis. Freydis, I can Skjolvi's daughter. Uh, Uh, so hello, darling.
Oh yes, I am Fredis Akenskjovi, his daughter, and I am a high priestess of Undermountain. I commune with nature, and I can talk to the different animals, and so on and so forth. My husband was talking about a quest we went on a long time ago to high keep on the borderlands. The sorcerer's name there was Talok. I think that is how you pronounce it, Talok. And he took up residence there. But rumor had it that the dragons had inhabited the entire keep, and it was become very, very dangerous for anyone to go to high keep on the borderlands. And I remember that day well, husband. You were in your Uncle Orm's tavern, and you were looking for a party to accompany you, and I was there. I was having a herbal tea, and I was thinking about what herbs to better help the people, because I started my own herbalist shop to help people in times of need. I know all about the different plants that heal, and and so on and so forth. And so he comes up to me and he says,
are you a priestess?
I do a pretty good impression of my husband.
Oh, that you do, dear, that you do. Continue with your story.
Yes, well, so I said, yes, I am. And I know a lot about healing, and I'm close to the animals, and I can cast magic spells of nature.
Well, well, uh, maybe you want to join me.
He said to me, and oh, well, what is your quest? And I was like,
Going to the tower, Talok, sorcerer, and get the treasure he accumulated throughout the years.
and I said, oh, I, I will go with you. I will help you. And so I joined him, and I wanted to flee because I knew that tower. I was familiar with the High Keep on the Borderlands, and I was familiar that it was secreting heavy amounts of dark magic, and so on and so forth. And then, and then something strange happened. I, I noticed my pouch of magical reagents was missing, and I said, "It's missing." And the Romadine, he noticed there was a little halfling who stole my pouch of reagents, and we noticed him starting to sneak away. And the Romadine says,
Oh, get back here, you thief! You can't steal this lady's belongings. It don't belong to you.
"This is where Tommy comes in. Tommy, you can tell your part of the story if you want." "Oi, I'm a mere halfling from the Shire, the Hobbit folk, as we call ourselves, and I was wanted to know what Undermountain was like. I like to go on quests, I do, and I voyaged. I journeyed a long way, far to the east, till I got to Undermountain, and I thought the dwarves. The dwarves are known for their treasures. I wanted the treasure so badly, and I thought I'd pocket this female dwarf here for her gold. Little did I know it all the bag contained was herbs. I was like, herbs, I don't need no herbs. We have plenty of herbs out in the Shire. And so Robert was more than just a little bit upset with me, and he said, "Oh, I make it up to ye. You know, I go with you on this question to the High Keep on the Borderlands. I will. I am a great master thief and sleight of hand, and I can detect traps at a will. I can. Yes, I can. Oh, so I joined their quest. Back to you, there, Robert there, fellow. Is
Oh, thank you, Toby. So, yes, we needed at least one more man. I went up to my Uncle Orb Eagle Eye, and I ordered me in. There, sitting at the table, mighty depressed, was a dwarf with a long red beard, about as long as my own, a little shorter, perhaps. And, I, I go up to him and I say, "What's your name, lad? You look a lot younger than I." And I offer to buy him a drink. Of course, he already had 3 meads to begin with, but we get to talking, and I found out his name is Wulfric. Wulfric de Rutten was his name. He was a great dwarvish warrior. He knew a lot about stonework, I know. Not so much blacksmithery, but stonework. And he was a great poet. Very fine poet. He sang many a song. Wulfric, perhaps you would like to introduce yourself.
yes, my name is Wulfric the Roten, or Crown the Roten. When I first met the Romadin, yes, all those many years ago in the underground, beyond the mountain tavern, I was brooding. You see, I was very upset. Oh, how upset I was, I don't know. But you see, I was longing because long ago I lost my brother. He wasn't my biological brother. When I was just a small wee dwarf, my parents' home, our whole village in the mountains, was attacked by evil Dverga.
evil race of dwarves, where that the mountain dwarves, my people, were always enemies with, and they were attacked by the Darrows. They were called Darrows. The Darrows were savage people, savage people. I've never seen that like in all my life. But we noticed that we were neighbours with the Dark Elves, the Svartalfahemar, the land of the Dark Elves. And the Dark Elves' land was attacked as well. We dwarves fared better against the Darrows, the evil Dverga, but the Dark Elves, the Svartalfar, they fared worse, I fear. And one of the only Svartalfar, the Dark Elves, who survived was a young baby. I was only a wee dwarvish lad at the time, myself. We brought him in. We noticed how he had a medallion around his neck. And we knew he was strange. My father detected that he had like a magical ability for magic at a very young age. The medallion said Kelia. So that is what we named him. And we became close, very close as brothers. But I was on a quest, you say. I was on a quest with with my brother Kelia, the Dark Elf, and a group of others. A young lady named Anastasia, and I believe her sister Kitara. Well, it's been so long ago now, I can't recall what their names were. Oh, Talon, a half-elf ranger. And we were hired by, I believe his name was King Olaf of Vernwall. He wanted us to rescue his daughter, who was captured by a band of slavers. Of course, the neighboring king, the Vernwall, Zembia, Romina was the name of the other king's daughter. King, what was his name now? Oh, Renlo of Zembia. And he had hired a band of other adventurers to rescue Princess Romina. And so we arrived on the Slaver Island, and there we didn't know what to do. I had a crazy idea. Of course, I was a woman at that time. I was a woman. I believe it has something to do with a girdle of gender change or something like that. King Olaf, before we set out on his quest, allowed us to look through his treasure hoard to see if we needed anything, And well, so I found a girdle, a magic girdle. I should have had it identified, but I didn't. So I put it on and I became a woman. I went around calling myself Wufrika. Wufrika. Now, misconception among us dwarves is that women have beards like us. That is false. Never heard of any such thing in all my life. Our women don't have beards. They're perfectly clean shaven. Maybe they're a little deep-voiced and matronly, like badger folk. But, we like that. But anyway, so I was there as a woman. And I got the crazy idea to sneak in the back entrance of the caves. And I cry out, "Ha ha, you fools! I'm escaping!" And all of a sudden, bunch of feet scurry, and I feel myself being knocked on the back of the head, knocked out, and I wake in a prison cell, of course. Then my friends, I was very foolish dwarf back then, and my friends had to
had to concoct a plan, another plan. So Talon, I believe it was, and Kitara decided that they would pretend to be rich nobles who were in search of a good prize to buy. And they come in, and I remember the head slaver was a man named Robert Barat. Bright fame. My well, whatever. I don't want to use any bad words, but um, so they managed to find the two princesses, and they buy them both, and then they see a female dwarf. And Barat is, I don't remember having a female dwarf. Well, you can take her in for free. I don't remember having her anyway. So I so together we managed to go out. But as soon as we're leaving, I believe the head, the leader of King Renlo's party, who he had sent to rescue his daughter Romina, he sees us with both of the daughters, and he says, those aren't nobles looking to buy slaves. Those are adventurers sent by King Olaf of Alwall to, you know, free the two princesses. Of course, this gives himself away, being the dumbass as he is. So we have to make a dash for it. I remember holding on to dear life to Princess Romina, and Talon held on to Princess Rowena, and we made a dash for it. And the other party of King Renlo's adventurers get horribly slaughtered. We managed to make our escape. And of course, my brother Kelia, he was a natural gift for magic at a young age. He had snuck in with an invisibility spell, and he had opened the gates, and he let us out, and we managed. Of course, we didn't know what happened to Kelia. We were on the ship. Kelia was without us. King Renlo's party, adventuring party, had been slaughtered to the last man. We had both girls with us, and I was in a cheerful mood. I was a little upset. Kelia, we had left Kelia behind, but I knew that. So I started singing a song, Dwarvish sea shanty. Singing. The dwarves of yore set sail across the mighty ocean wide. We sail to find the greatest treasure of pride. We wish to find the joyous maid to be our loving bride. And then I heard a voice behind me, and I said, and the voice went, "Hey, didn't I always tell you? I hated that song. I've always hated you singing that song." And I said, "Galia, you're alive. You made it out." Of course I did. And so we set sail back to King Olaf of Wall to be his daughters. Too bad about King Renlo's party, though. When I've rambled enough, I should give it back to Dromedine.